live, although I gotta still check with Instagram. Today we're gonna try some new things. Although I did say that I would show the Bitcoin candy. There's the Bitcoin candy. Might eat it later. We won't talk. We might talk about Bitcoin today as well. Um, it's been an eventful week. Lots has happened, and I figured I'll try something new today. Change the setup to portrait instead of landscape. Try speaking from my phone. Um, thing is, I don't know if I'm really like talking to you directly or if I'm talking to the screen. But you know what? We'll find out when we review this later. I also noticed people actually commenting and participating last night in the on Instagram Live, and I did not have the opportunity to really engage with that, so I might pay attention to that a little bit more today. But it's okay if nobody's around as well. Does this work? Is this weird? Plants are nice. They're healthy. And we got some lovely snow out there today. I thought we might skip the snow this year in Vancouver. There has been one year actually in Vancouver where I did not see snow while I was at UBC. But other than that, it has snowed at least once or twice every year we've been in Vancouver. And for anyone, haircut Tuesday. Tuesday's been rescheduled to Tuesday. It's been it's been an eventful week actually. I'm doing our first like Bitcoin repurchase or kind of Bitcoin loan deal. We're buying 0.025 Bitcoin at a 5% discount for 3,400 Canadian dollars to be delivered to us about a year from now. It's a way for us to get access to Bitcoin cheaper, and it's a way for people who have Bitcoin to actually kind of borrow money against their Bitcoin, defer their taxes, and play with the volatility as well. Like if Bitcoin drops in price, then they get to pay back for cheaper, actually get like a negative interest or a negative cost loan. There's a whole bunch of things actually happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem. I've been in the space since 2014. Been learning a lot as along the way. Haven't really fully been. There's a term called orange pilled in Bitcoin or in crypto, in Bitcoin, where you basically believe that where you come to fully believe that Bitcoin is the ultimate asset, and you dedicate your life and your extra savings and your extra capital and everything you do towards trying to accumulate, acquire, and live more on the Bitcoin standard. Something a friend told me today, though, is that most Bitcoiners aren't actually building on Bitcoin. Like, there's no concerted effort to build and develop the platform. Like, what's the point of having games on Bitcoin? What's the point of having art on Bitcoin when you can do it on other chains? Big topic, but in general, I'd say it is still the most secure network. Actually, one thing that stood out to me is like you can be a be a solo miner, like just purchase $300 worth of equipment at home and plug it in, and have a chance at winning a block or proving a block on the blockchain, which today is roughly like $300,000 if you win a block. Like, that is Bitcoin proof of work. It's open and accessible to anybody. And yes, you are going to have an advantage if you have some capital, and you're not going to have an absolute advantage. This drives this being the original blockchain and having proof of work as its key feature for securing the network provides it a level of security that really no other blockchain or network has. And there is something to be said about that security because for anyone who's familiar with art on other blockchains or art on Ethereum particularly, um, art has been lost. People thought that their art would live on chain on Ethereum forever, and it did not because it wasn't exactly designed to store it properly. Now, IPFS is the protocol that's what failed, and people lost art that they thought would be immortalized on Ethereum. Um, Bitcoin actually has a better opportunity or chance to keep your art for longer. And I think there's a huge allure or draw or a human want or desire for immortality, even if it's not for ourselves, but for the legacy of our work and our art. And this week alone, actually, I can't really reference it, but um, there's been music being inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain. You can literally, like, the dubstep, like the dubstep boards, like for electronic music. Um, you can actually play that on the Bitcoin blockchain. Like, it's the script or the code for it has been stored on the Bitcoin blockchain, and you can now mix and mash music and create music on the Bitcoin blockchain. These are all, like, small use cases. Like, maybe just 5% of people are actually building these things. And um, is Bitcoin going to be the ultimate place where you create and store music? I don't know. I don't. Maybe not. Maybe yes, but less chances of that being the ultimate use case or the killer app on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin itself is the killer app for blockchain. Like, it's about store of value. It's about um, being a ledger or a book of accounts that make sure that there's no duplication of your assets. That there is exactly this many Bitcoin around and these many people that have it, right? And that's something that we might hope to have taken for granted, but um, over the past 100 years, the financial system has not honored that in any way whatsoever. I think that's all I have to say today. And we'll try more new things, and we'll try organizing our thoughts a bit more. Maybe even do like a bit more background on Bitcoin in the future. Let me just check if there are any inbound comments or thoughts that people might want to address, but no. Um, I will end it here for today and wish you all a lovely snowy day in Vancouver. And I'm starting to actually enjoy these. I'm starting to actually have fun with these sessions, 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes maybe, and just rambling about whatever comes to mind. And it's a good practice, I think. Just being consistent, and I'd like to be more consistent in a lot more things in life. And I figured, well, start with this, right? Thanks for listening today, and you guys have a lovely day. Bye bye.